Have you ever found yourself sacrificing future happiness for a moment of immediate gratification? Have you ever traded in the potential of a brighter tomorrow for the allure of today's fleeting joy? It's a temptation we all grapple with, a dilemma that's as old as time itself. We're often drawn to the instant charm of the now, leaving the promises of later in the shadows. If you have, you're certainly not alone. But the question is it worth it? Consider the story of an impatient farmer. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between lush hills and sparkling streams, lived a farmer. This farmer, unlike his peers, was known for his impatience. He was always in a rush, always wanting to see immediate results from his efforts. In the season of sowing, he'd wake up at the crack of dawn, and with great enthusiasm, he'd plant seeds across his field. But here's where our farmer was different. Instead of waiting for nature to take its course, he'd return to the field each day, digging up the seeds to check if they were sprouting. His fellow villagers watched this ritual with a mix of amusement and concern. They knew that growth takes time, that seeds need to be nurtured, not disturbed. But the impatient farmer, driven by his desire for quick results, ignored their well-meaning advice. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. While the other farmers started seeing tiny green shoots peeping out of their fields, our impatient farmer's field lay barren. His constant meddling had disturbed the natural process, leaving him with no crop to harvest. The farmer's impatience and desire for immediate results led to his downfall. His lack of foresight and planning cost him his future happiness. His story serves as a reminder to us all. Patience isn't just a virtue, it's a necessity for long-term success. So, what can we learn from the impatient farmer? Well, first and foremost, we see the significance of planning ahead. Like our farmer, we often want the fruits of success without the labor. But life doesn't work that way. We have to sow before we reap. We must invest time, effort, and sometimes even a bit of discomfort to achieve long-lasting happiness. Secondly, we're reminded of the consequences of sacrificing long-term joy for immediate gratification. It's tempting to take shortcuts, to choose the easier path, but the rewards of steadfastness are far more satisfying. Lastly, we learn about the value of patience. Nothing worthwhile comes easy or fast. It's a slow process, but the wait is worth it. Let's take these lessons and apply them to our own lives. Whether it's in our personal relationships, careers, or personal development, let's strive for sustainable success over fleeting moments of pleasure. Remember, it's often wiser to endure a little discomfort now for a greater reward in the future. Don't sacrifice tomorrow for today.